with this camera. Salakia for that, Israel. But yeah, we was talking about what do the Lord require of thee, man?
Come, sir. Deuteronomy
10 and 12. Yeah, we was at 10 and 12.
Con, you want me to read it?
Con.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now, Israel, what do the Lord thy God require of thee?
The scriptures is asking the question of us, man, what does the Lord thy God require of thee, man? And it's definitely not going to church on Sundays. It's definitely not being baptized in water, being like, I guess everybody tripping on that so hard because John the Baptist was baptized in water, and he did dip the Most High in it. But after Christ came up out that water, man, the Bible, according to the Bible, we should be baptized with the word of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That should have been the last baptism that John the Baptist should have did. He should have what he should have did was stopped and stopped following Christ, but he didn't, and we all know how he ended. Go ahead.
Come. But to fear the Lord thy God.
To fear the Lord thy God by keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. To fear the Lord thy God would be being being obedient and not following these laws, not following the traditions of man or the traditions of America the way we doing right now, which is a sin in the eyes of the Most High. You're serving different gods and entities by doing that, strange gods. Whenever you celebrate Christmas and Easter or whatever holiday you could possibly think of and name, you serving different gods, man. You're not following the one and only true and living God.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
Come. To walk in all his ways.
To what?
Walk in all his ways.
So when they crucified our Lord and Savior, those laws, statutes, and commandments were not done away with, man. We are not saved by grace. You know what I'm saying? We're under grace right now, but you're not saved by grace. You're only going to be so-called saved is enduring what we're going through right now by keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and holding out until the Most High come back.
Right.
That's how. Prime example of the sister, I hate to say it like that, but the sister that was just unalived, last week, man. That devil shot that woman in her face 3 times. Some of her last words before he murdered her like that was she rebuked him in Christ's name.
Right.
Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, she was familiar with church, going to church, and she was saved or whatever, so-called saved. But obviously, she wasn't saved because she'll still be breathing right now. You know what I'm saying? That man, that devil shot that sister in the face 3 times and unalived her, saying that rebuked him. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said a few minutes ago, if you really wanna be saved when Christ come back, you have to endure this life and the things that we're going through right now today by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and following his law, statutes, commandments until he come back. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can be saved from this hell that we're living in right now today.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
Come. And to love him.
To love him is to be obedient and obey him and do what he said, man. True love is doing what the Lord said do. That's true love. Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's true love. You know what I'm saying? Anything else is artificial, it's fake. You're fooling yourself. Read.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
By keeping your mind on his law, statutes, commandments, and living according to what he said. Christ told us how to live, how to eat, you know what I'm saying, how to treat one another. And that is something we have completely gotten away from because of Christianity,
right.
Because of Islam, because of stuff like Egyptology and all these other different fables and lies and man-made doctrines and religions that's out here that we clinging on to and trying to follow, being a part of. Read.
Come, verse 13. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
And if we was keeping the law, statutes, commandments right now as a whole, as a body, the 12 tribes of Israel, I think we wouldn't be going through what we're going through right now. I'm being honest with you. Voting, no matter how much y'all want to try to love this presidency that's coming up between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna save you from anything. You know what I'm saying? Going to Christian churches, going to the Catholic churches, going to the mosques, praying to Allah. None of this stuff. Nothing that it's nothing that we could do on this planet in this flesh right now today that would help us other than keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Going back to the one and only true and living God.
Right.
There are so many different gods that we are following up and behind right now and don't even realize it by following these different traditions and these different cultures and things of that nature. And that's why we in the situation that we in. Let's go over to Joshua 22:5.
22:5.
Joshua chapter 22 verse 5. Get it, go ahead and read it.
The book of Joshua, chapter 22, and verse 5. But take diligent heed to do the commandment and the law, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, charged you.
Moses gave us a commandment to be diligent, to do diligent, he said, but take diligently. That means listen attentively and pay close attention, to take heed, to do the commandments and the law, which Moses, the servant of the Most High, charged us to do. It was a commandment from the Lord gave Moses a commandment to give us his law, statutes, and commandments, and we have strayed away from that. People don't realize how important it is that we turn back, we get back on track and start back serving the Most High and stop trying to love America so much, man. America don't have no love for us. Can't you see it? Our babies are being murdered.
Right.
The women are being murdered. Old men are being murdered. Right now today, it's evidence all over the internet that our people are being murdered from the cradle to way up in 70s and 80s and 90 years old, man. Go ahead.
No, Salakia, if I could, what you saying so heavy because our sisters want to get out here and they want to try to get Kamala Harris in office, and she's a real big advocate for abortion, you know. And the problem is this. You're trying to get a woman in there that's going to push this abortion agenda, but some of our sisters out here are the same sisters crying when their child get unalived in the streets. So we have to make it make sense, people. You can't be for abortion and then crying when you lose a loved one in the street.
Right.
We gotta get, like you just brought out earlier, we gotta get right with the Most High.
Right.
We gotta get on the same page because you don't understand what you're doing and what you're saying and what you're pushing for. You're unalive and you're unborn, but crying about the alive that's being unalive. Like they don't see the confusion in it.
Right.
And if we're going for this is part of why we losing out here.
Yeah, and the Lord, He told us to come together, old nation not desire. That's in Zephaniah 2:1. The Lord wants us to come back together as a nation of people, man, and stop trying to join ourselves to these other nations that's been murdering us for the last 50 and 60 years. You know what I'm saying? Unaliving us, like I said, from the babies are being shot, women are being shot. It stirs where police officers are stopping old women well up in the age of 85 to 90 years old and snatching them up out the car by their arm and slamming them to the damn ground. Now, who would do somebody like that, man? You know what I'm saying? The thing that devil did to that sister last week, unalived her by shooting on her damn face 3 times. That was absolutely uncalled for, man. That was pure D hatred. That's all that was, man. That was pure hatred of because of her skin tone. Because the lady wasn't no damn physical threat.
Right.
That lady couldn't do nothing with that man, man. Come on, man, stop it. And the whole earth know it. You know what I'm saying? The babies that's being shot down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do have our own problems that we need to work out and solve, but we definitely don't need these other nations in our business, as though we don't need to be in their business.
Right.
Once again, I'm telling you, all you black sisters out there outside of the school that's uh, going for that lie that Kamala Harris is pushing, that agenda like she's cleaning greens in the tub, dancing and just, I mean, she playing that black cards, man. She playing that black card. Y'all don't realize y'all being played. That's the thing. Y'all don't see it. Y'all being played, man. That lady don't give a damn about black people. It's all over the internet how she treated those brothers in the penitentiary, wouldn't let them out, holding evidence. One brother was about to be put to death row. He about to get his life taken away from him, and the Supreme Court had to step in and force her to release the evidence, to release these people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's just I don't see why it's so hard for us to open our eyes and realize that voting voting crap and joining hands with these other nations, it haven't worked in over 50 some years, 60 years, and you still got hope in that nonsense when you should have all your hope and everything within us should be geared towards turning back to these laws, statutes, commandments, and being obedient to the one person that laid his life down for us.
That's right.
There's only one person that ever laid their life, that cared for us so much that he laid his life down, and he was nailed to a tree, nailed to a cross, and murdered because he loved us so much. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. It's crazy to me. Voting, everybody know voting did a damn thing for us. It's been from Robert Kennedy to any other presidents that you could possibly name that's been in that White House has never done anything for the black community. Not even Barack Obama. Barack Obama was in there for 8 years. That man ain't raised a finger to help black people do a damn thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They pushed their agenda and helped the LGBT they made some laws for the LGBT movement. I think they passed some laws to help those Koreans and Chinese and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But they don't give a damn about black people. So I just don't get it. But once again, the Lord in Zephaniah 2:1 it said, "Gather yourselves together, O nation I desire." We as a people, as a race of people, we need to be trying to come back together and learn how to get along with one another. Learn how to stop hating each other for no apparent reason. You know what I'm saying? And murdering each other and trying to come up off each other so much. It's crazy, man, and it's tiresome. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting to a point where it's done got old, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the way we treat each other, it's done got old, and it's getting worse and worse and worse to the point where I was looking at there was something else on the internet where how they tampering with the produce. Everything is being tampered. The meat's being tampered with. The produce is being tampered with. Everything is being. It's like they study. Our people don't realize these people study trying to come up with ways to kill us and destroy us. You know, look what they did with the Tuskegee. How you pronounce it?
Tuskegee.
Tuskegee experiment, putting syphilis in people in black men to see what stages would it do to their bodies and ravage their bodies, like they're lying, like they giving them medicine to cure them for the different things they was dealing with. That's pure evil. That's pure hatred. America has been showing us how much they hate us since our people been over here on them ships, man. Really, I don't get what's so hard to grab. Why is it so hard to grasp that? Look how they destroyed Black Wall Street. And they covered up the numbers. I heard they killed over 3,000 some people that day.
So, like, if I could, what you saying, it's like we're an experiment, just like today with the weed and the other stuff. Like, it's like they studying our behavior off the different things that they tampering with.
Okay.
So the weed that y'all smoking today is not like how the weed was 5 or even 10 years ago. It's a different weed and it's different chemicals and stuff. And y'all all smoking the same thing. It got different names, but it's all the same thing because it all smell the same. It got the same chemical on it. You just got a different name to trick your brain to make you think this one making you feel this way and this one making you feel that way. That's all a trick for your brain, and
Okay.
it's just a study. They studying your reaction to this stuff. That's how they stay ahead of us because, like you just brought out with Kamala Harris, we fall for it over and over again. She talking about she cooked some mean greens and all this. Like, black women should have took that as an insult. For her to get out there and say she cooked mean pot of greens, black women, you should have took that as an insult. Not because we all know you cook better than her, but how she can just throw something like that out there to make you gullible to want to raise money to vote for her. That was just so disrespectful.
Right, and then raised up me. From what I understand, they claim because of black women, these people have raised up millions of dollars helping their campaign. You know what I'm saying? And this is y'all went for that thing, that equal right thing. Them women fought for equal rights. Y'all joined in with them, and once they got their equal rights, they left y'all. They left y'all behind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's history gonna repeat itself again. That's all, man. Well, our sisters, y'all going for a lie. I don't know why it's so hard to see that and accept that. That lady is not. She's not us. She's not. She haven't even never claimed to be a black woman. To be honest with you, if you listen to her conversation, she ain't never claimed and out her mouth and said she was black. She ain't never said that. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 16. She ain't never made that claim out of her mouth. She said that she's not gonna just do something just specifically for blacks.
Right.
She made that statement. I remember that one.
Chapter 9.
Come. Chapter 9 and verse 16.
Come. The book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
These pastors are leading our people to destruction, man. Everybody from the mega preachers, I don't care how profound their speech is, I don't care how long they've been around. It don't matter, the jokes. Joel Osteen, he like to tell jokes and stuff, and then it's all prosperity preaching, all of it, even down to people like Bill Winston, and a lot of these pastors in Chicago and all over in any so-called black community or neighborhood where a lot of mega churches and just regular churches are. These pastors have caused God's people to err and be led astray, leading you away from learning how to keep these laws, commandments, and serving the Most High in spirit and in truth, with all your heart and with all your mind and with all your soul. Y'all don't have no relationship with the Lord. If you following the traditions of America, you do not have a relationship with the Lord. You have been lied to and misled, and the scriptures said, "For the wages of sin is death." You know what I'm saying? Like we brought out earlier, these pastors are accepting the alternative lifestyle. They apologize, and the ones that did speak out against it, they apologizing and recanting whatever they had said. You know what I'm saying? They accepting it and allowing these people to come into their churches and work or do whatever it is that they want to do inside these buildings. So you notice these churches are failing you and misleading you like crazy. Anytime a pastor would marry two men together or marry two women together, that man don't have no relationship with the Lord. Because somebody that's keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, they're not going to do that. A man that's truly following these laws, statutes, commandments, and have a real relationship with the Lord, he is not going to marry same-sex marriages, man. He's not going to be a part of that madness, because the scriptures say God is not a God of confusion, and that is total confusion, man. The Lord is not going to do that. For the leaders of this people call them to Him, and they that are led of them are going astray.
So led them to destroyed.
who led of them are destroyed, which means your ultimate, your end is going to be death. That's all. That's all you get out of that. Keep following these pastors, and you're going to end up dead because of your sins. Um, let's go. Let's go to Amos chapter 5 and verse 18. Amos chapter. It's time to wake up and come up at these churches, man. Them churches are failing God's people. These churches are getting wicked as all out. Wicked as I don't know what. Is not even Christ is the Lord is not in these churches, man. That's what y'all need to realize. The Lord is not talking to you. You do not have a personal relationship with the Lord. He is not sleeping with you, leading with you, and walking, holding your hand all day, every day, and all this other nonsense. A lot of the voices that y'all hearing are demons, man. You know what I'm saying? You're talking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're having a whole damn conversation with yourself. And it ain't got nothing to do with the Most High.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
Come. The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
So everybody that's waiting to be raptured up into the sky when the sky crack open, thinking that the Lord coming back for everybody, the scripture said, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. You're not even keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. So you don't. What's going to happen is you're going to be all the sins that you thought you got away with. You're going to answer for those on that day. You haven't gotten away with nothing at all.
Right.
And the woe means death, destruction, punishment. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a day of joy and tears clapping your hand. You're going to be wishing to die that day. That's what you're going to be. You're going to die. You ain't going to be able to die because you got to face your judgment with in front of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? On that day, it's not going to be a day of sunshine and like that picture that they done gave us with Caesar Borgia sitting up there with the light behind his head, with the long flowing hair, with the blue eyes, trying to love every damn body. That is not the picture that the Bible paint. That's the picture that our oppressors done painted to you. Christ is not all love. You know what I'm saying? It's a woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. And everybody in the Christian church, that's all they talk. Everybody waiting on the Lord to come back. They be glad when the Lord come back. And you don't know what you're saying out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a woe for every human being that's alive. If you live in that day, even the dead gonna rise up. And we're all gonna be judged according to whatever lives that we was living on this earth in these bodies. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing your pastor done lied to you, talking about when the Lord come back, everybody gonna be raptured up into the sky, and we're gonna all be taken away, and we're gonna go into heaven and live happily ever after with these all these heathens, because Christ died and He loved everybody. Everything, all of that stuff that we growed up off of was a lie.
Right.
Everything, anything you think you know about the Bible, it's a lie.
Right.
I'm being honest with you. It's a lie. And the only way you're going to learn the truth is to come into the school, man. I'm being honest with you. Go over to Amos chapter 3 and verse 1.
3 and 1.
Come.
The book of Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
The Lord, right now, He's specifically talking to us, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian. He said, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. He's not talking to everybody. The Lord don't care about everybody that's on this planet. He made us all. He made everything and all of us, but it's only 12 nations on this planet that He cares about. And right now, He's talking to the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
Come. Against the whole family.
Like we say, He's talking to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the family.
He said what?
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
The 12 tribes of Israel are the only ones on the entire earth that the Lord care about keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
That's it. He don't care about these other nations eating rats, mice, bats, pork, shark, whale, dog, or whatever it is that they want to do. He don't care about them serving their gods, praying to these different entities and gods and stuff. Allah, Buddha, the Virgin Mary, the Christian church, none of that stuff. The Lord don't care about none of that stuff. He said, you only have I known out of all the families on the of the earth, or families of the earth. Christ only care about us, the 12 tribes of Israel. It makes a difference. It matters to him if we decide to put up Christmas trees or eat pork or eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. It matters to him if we celebrate these holidays of America. He don't care about these other nations doing it, man. He care if you gang banging or getting high and selling drugs and doing all this wickedness, sleeping with women and getting up and just walking away from them,
Right.
Things of that nature. We the ones that he care about us. We the ones that he don't want living a wicked life and being. He don't want us, our men being effeminate. You know what I'm saying, and all that other stuff. Our women being masculine. You know what I'm saying? Which it seems like those are demons that's really done rised up in the earth right now today on our people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the men are so emotional, more emotional than the women. And the women are becoming more and more masculine, feeling like they don't need a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, them demonic spirits, man. Go ahead, read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So the Lord, he's telling us he's going to punish us for our iniquities. He don't give a damn about these other nations, man. The Lord, he only loves and care about us. Christ died for the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Puerto Rican, the Indians, you know what I'm saying, the 12 tribes of Israel. He said, you only will I punish for all your iniquities,
Right.
for sinning against the Most High, man. That's who the Lord care about, man. And the pastor won't tell you that. The pastor can't break this down to you like that because he don't have no understanding of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Your pastor wants you to think that Christ loved everybody. And that's not, it's simply just not true, man. I'm being honest with you. Okay. Let's jump over to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 3. When you get it, go ahead and read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his sons.
So the Lord is saying that we should not let our daughters marry their sons. You're starting to see more for some reason, so-called black women are starting to really marry outside of their race. You know what I'm saying? And they're going straight to our oppressors. For whatever reason it is, I do not get it to save my life. It was a time back when 50 or 60 years ago, a black woman wouldn't dare get into bed with an oppressor. They was raping the hell out of them, forcing themselves on them. You know, and I'm sure there's nothing new under the sun, so I'm sure some of them willingly went.
Right.
But the average sister, because our people knew who they was even at that time. So it's a sin for a black woman to be with a oppressive man. Read.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take to thy son.
So basically, if these pastors really knew the Bible and a brother coming to him with an oppressor woman and tell him he want to marry him, I think he would sit him down and give him counseling, righteous counseling, and tell him that that's a sin. The Lord don't want you to do that, son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But no, all you got to do is give him that little envelope, and he gonna do whatever it is that you asked him to do. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is racist as hell. Christ does not want so-called black people and white people marrying unto one another. And there's a reason for that. The Lord wants you to stay within the 12 tribes, stay with your own race. You know what I'm saying? Don't be marrying those our oppressors. Why would you marry somebody in that sense? You could pull up story after story of black men being murdered because the lie of
Pressure
a
woman.
oppressive woman. And I mean, story after story of that. Right now today, they call them Karens. These women, man, right now they slap themselves, throw themselves to the ground, and lie like somebody done touched them, and be lying like I don't know what, man, knowing damn well you history show how many people have been murdered because of the lie of an oppressive woman, man. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like it's a trend for couples to marry into different races and things of that nature. But it's a sin in the eyes of the Most High, and here go the reason why. Read.
Verse 4. For they turn away thy son from following me.
They were what?
They will turn away thy son from following me.
The average oppressive woman, man, if she either in the Catholic Church or she in the Christian church. That's where they and when a man married, get him a wife, married to a woman, the average brother out here, he is going to do whatever it takes to please that woman. If she want to put up Christmas trees, if she want to get dressed and go to Halloween parties, and she want to dress like a prostitute or whatever the case may be, it's gonna be fine with him. Long as she give him that box at the end of the night. That's all he want. And the Lord don't want us doing it, man, because it's gonna pull you away from Him. That's why the Lord don't want us mixing with these different races, man. Read.
That they may serve other gods.
They wait. What?
Serve other gods.
And that's what you're gonna end up doing. You're gonna be pulled away from the one and only true and living God, and you're gonna end up serving some other God. It's plenty gods out here that you can serve, but it's only one true and living God, the creator of heaven and earth and everything that's within it, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? That's I'm telling you, man, that's heavy right there, man. And that's what we've been doing most of our lives until until the Lord led us into this truth. You know what I'm saying? We was out there, you smoking weed, you doing God know you doing all kind of stuff. You Monday through Sunday. You know what I'm saying? There's different entities and different gods that people praying to and chanting to and burning sage. Um, just it's a number of things. You got a lot of people into the Buddha. What's the dreadlock thing?
Rastafari.
Yeah, the Rastafarian and all that stuff. They praying to the six-armed God or whatever they call her, whatever she is, and everything else. Black people, we tend to gravitate and cling to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It's just something inside of us that we want to be a part of something all the time. Now it's like this Christianity is like a Christianity is worse than crack cocaine for black people. You tell a black person that Christianity that Christian church is full of demons and you need to come up out of there to try to have a relationship with the Lord, and they'll lose their mind and they're not gonna stop. You ever seen a person that's truly addicted to crack cocaine or heroin? It's hard for them to get off of that drug, man. And that's the same way with Christianity or Islam. Our people are stuck on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's leading you straight. It's making you an enemy of Christ. That's all it's doing. Christian, if you go into the Christian church, you have become an enemy of Christ because you're trying to love everything that Christ don't love. If Christ said don't do it, don't do it. And especially these pastors. These pastors got a rude awakening coming when the Most High come back, man. Seriously, with what they done to His people, these pastors got they got death and destruction coming to them. Go ahead, huh?
No, if I could, what you saying so heavy because what you brought out earlier about them taking the envelope to do what the people want, they not gonna be able to get away from that because you actually know at that moment that you're misleading the people. You're not doing what these scriptures actually say do. So you know what you're doing, and then you can hide in front of the people, but you can't hide from the Most High.
That's right.
So you can't pretend to the Most High that you really didn't know what was going on because He know you. He made you. So you getting away with it with the people, which is a shame because, like you said, we can't say nothing to our people without them having a fit when they find out that the Christian church ain't the place to be. But that pastor, You hit it right on the head, sir. You hit it right on the head.
Yeah, they definitely got it coming, and because they know what they're doing. And a lot of them, I done talked to a few of them when you sit down and really have a one-on-one conversation with them. They'll sometimes they'll admit it. They know, but they know the people don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? The people love, black people love to be lied to. Women love to be lied to. They might say that they don't. They love to be lied to. They cannot handle the truth. They act like they can. You go out there and do something crazy and let them trick you into telling of the truth and watch what happens. You're gonna end up in divorce court some damn well, or in child support some damn well. You know what I'm saying? But man, black women cannot handle the truth. When you tell Kamala Harrison it's not a black woman, it's like they can't wrap their mind around that. You know what I'm saying? You tell her she need to put on some damn clothes and go sit down and shut her damn mouth. You know what I'm saying? Take care of the house. Make sure everything is okay. They don't even want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? These women, they don't want to hear none of the Most High got to say. When the average woman, so who the head of the house, she'll say Christ. Christ the head of my household, but her husband not. You know what I'm saying? The Bible said Christ, the Lord, God is the head of Christ. Christ is the head of man. Man is the head of the woman. You tell a woman that woman don't, the average woman don't want to hear that.
Nah.
She do not want to hear that. I'm just being honest with you. That's the society that we're living in today. Go ahead, read.
Come. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly?
And our people are definitely being destroyed, man. We're destroying one another, and these other nations are destroyed. And if the Most High don't come back soon, I don't know, cause it's about to get even worse. It's you think you ain't seen nothing yet. It's about to get even worse, bro. I'm being honest with you. Go ahead, read.
Come, verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images.
So when we see all these different, you ride down the street, especially when you go into the Isupk neighborhood, they done put cement. They done built shrines with the Virgin Mary in it, with candles everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to people houses, and they got the crosses and the pictures of Caesar Borgia on their walls and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? You got people got different things that got something to do with Islam, walking around with the kufi on their head and all this other stuff. You don't need none of that to serve the Most High. Our bodies. You know what I'm saying? I'm this body that I'm living in. That's all I need to do is keep these laws, statutes, commandments. I don't have to go put on no dashikis, no kufis. I don't have to put on no cross. You know what I'm saying? None of that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, you see, but thus shall ye deal with them. Deal with who? These other nations. You know what I'm saying? Deal with these other, all these different doctrines and stuff that they pushing on God's people. You know what I'm saying? He said, destroy their altars and break down their images. The Lord wants us to tear that stuff down and destroy that nonsense. Anything outside of following these laws, statutes, and commandments is a waste of your time, and it's going to lead you down the wrong path. Actually you on the road of destruction,
Right.
following up behind this nonsense. To be real honest with you, man, and aren't you tired? I mean, we done been doing the same thing for the last 50 to 60 years, and with no change. Nothing has gotten better. Everything's started getting worse and worse. Aren't you ready to try something different? You should want to try something different and see if it'll work. You know what I'm saying? You done did everything else. Everything behind closed doors and then came out the closet and everything else. We do everything, but you ain't tried these law statutes. You ain't tell you to try these law statutes commandments. You act like I'm asking you to give me everything you got. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy as all out, man.
Right.
Black people, you should be tired of the lifestyle that you live in, and you should be ready to try something different. And the only thing I'm telling you to try is to just come into this school. Come to the school, learn how to fight off these demons, stop serving these other gods spiritually, and follow these law, statutes, commandments. That ain't hard to do. Go ahead, read.
Come. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire.
The Lord said, utterly destroy that nonsense, all these different gods and stuff these other nations are praying to and all that. It's like we said earlier, it's many different gods. The brother, like you said, you was talking to that brother, man. It's many different gods out here that you could follow up behind and serve, but there's only one true and living God,
Right.
the creator of heaven and earth and everything that's in it, man. Who you go, and that's what you're doing. You're not serving the true and living God. You're serving all these other entities, man. You listening to demons. You following up behind lies that these pastors are telling and being misled and being led astray. That's what you're doing, man. Go ahead, read.
Verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
And the Lord, that's how you know you special. Look how I mean, look at everything that we do as a nation, a race of people. Ain't no one is better than us in anything.
Right.
Anything. If you put us on level ground against any other race of people, we dominate boxing. We dominate football. We dominate basketball. We dominate the cooking. We dominate everything. Our people are the greatest inventors on the face of the earth. The inventions got stolen from them, and they didn't get no credit for it, and they didn't get paid for it. But we are the greatest people. We are, like the scripture said, we are the salt of the earth, man. Can't nobody top us in anything. Go ahead,
What you saying is so heavy because the hustle is real, sir. The hustle's so real because with one hand, Esau make you think you're worth nothing. But with the other hand, he tell you, man, vote for this person and do this, and then we'll do things for you because the whole reality is they don't want to lose us as being their servants. That's the whole thing because they know if we weren't in their sports, nobody would watch them. If we wasn't singing at these concerts, nobody would be paying that stuff no attention. Come on.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
And they got us. They got us jammed up. And like you said, we need to get back to this right here.
That's right. And by the scripture saying we are a holy people, the word holy, man, that means we should be separate from these other nations. We should be separating ourselves from these. You should want to. When you really sit back and look at some of the stuff these other nations are doing, man, I mean, with these animals, their lifestyle, they disgusting as hell, man. They nasty. They disgusting as all out, man. And they savages. You know what I'm saying? How do you think we become such violent people? We learned from them. The violence that they put on us, we took it and we using it on one another. You know what I'm saying? They hanging our people, burning our people, raping our people, selling our people, killing us. All the violence that we doing, we learned it from them. These disgusting people, everything that they touch, everything that they do, they destroy it, man. They contaminate it. They rape, murder, and rob. They can't nobody beat that. And what we have done, we have taken on the same culture of these people, and now they calling us savages when they the true savages.
Right.
They the ones. You know what I'm saying? Who in the hell take their entire family and go sit up and cook and open beers and watch a man hang from a tree by his neck? You got your 6-year-old daughter and your 3-year-old son out here and your wife, and y'all standing out here after the body get through shaking and kicking and all the life out of it. Now y'all standing around the dead hanging body taking pictures. That's savagery for you. That's savagery for you, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Go ahead,
After coming from church.
Yeah.
A lot of those families was coming from church.
Yeah.
And like,
in their Sunday best. Yeah, you're right. What you bring out is so doggone heavy, man. I'm not going to forget a damn thing, man. I'm not going to forget nothing that America has done to my people, the things that they still doing to our people. You know what I'm saying? It's mind-boggling. And the part that's really mind-boggling is people just don't want to wake up and realize, man, it's time for us to separate ourselves from these people, man. You've been voting for the last 40 some years, ain't nothing changed. I you got you got young black men and women still coming up the streets, never to be seen again. That's unbelievable. You got all kind of just any kind of anything you can imagine that could happen to us. These people coming up with it and doing it.
Right.
Come on, man, stop it, man. It's time to wake up, people. It really is. Let's go to Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. When you get it, go ahead and read it.
Come, sorry. It's the book of Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge.
Y'all have a zeal of God. You think you say you know the Lord. You say you love the Lord, but not according to knowledge. It's according to a lie. If you're in that Christian church, you have been lied to. Christ is not all love. God is not all love. God is not a God that you can keep sinning and doing all kind of abominable things and thinking you're not going to be punished for it. God does not give a damn about these other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? You have been totally lied to. Read.
Come, verse 3. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness.
You are ignorant of keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. How can we say that? The reason why we know you ignorant of keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, because you wouldn't be putting pork ribs on your grill, and then when you get through cooking all that stuff, all that abominable food, you're gonna take it, and then all of y'all gonna bow y'all heads and pray over this stuff that God said don't eat. You're gonna thank God for because you was able to spend $1,000 to put a whole bunch of wrapped presents under the Christmas tree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On Thanksgiving, you thanking God because you was able to cook a turkey and that big old ham and making them chitlins and all that other stuff in honor of Thanksgiving, when what you're doing is celebrating the mass slaughter of your brothers and your sisters, and you don't even realize it, and you just don't. You know you're familiar with what happened in the history of America, but you just don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Read that from the top again, number 3.
Come. For they being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of God.
You have not submitted to the righteousness of God if you haven't submitted to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. You don't submit it to the Christian church, the Catholic Church, Islam, or whatever doctrine or religion that you believe in right now today. You know what I'm saying? So today, we were talking about strange gods, and it's time for us to wake up and realize that the clock is ticking and it's winding down, and it's time to turn back to the one and only true and living God by keeping His law, statutes, commandments, man. It's a matter of life and death right now that our people wake up. You know what I'm saying? That voting thing, that's their thing. That ain't got nothing to do with us, man. If you black, Hispanic, or Native American, Indian in America, you should not go vote, cast a ballot for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Stay home that day, man. Stop going to the Christian churches. You know what I'm saying? We're about to we about to have this big fire weekend in Detroit right now, man, from the 1st through the 4th. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't bought no ticket, you should get one and bring your family out there. Come to the great lecture that our generals are about to have. Then that Sunday on the 4th, we're having a big old cookout. All the food, the fun, everything is free. You know what I'm saying? If you're black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian, you're more than welcome to come and see some real brotherhood and sisterhood. If you're outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, don't waste your time or your money because you're not getting in. And as simple as that, nobody give a damn how nobody feel. That's our time, Israel. See you guys next week. Shalom.